So my talk will be about near algebra, so the name of this will appear there. And this near algebra underlies some geometric instructions. We have Smiley connection, homology. So I will start by explaining what the Tate construction is. So this was introduced by Jones and Vadim in 80s. And then it was later it was beautifully applied by many people, including Kaledian, Jack Fourier, and Schwartz, and many others. So the conception is very simple. So I start with a smooth scheme over a perfect field. So this is smooth. And K positive. E. And suppose I have a vector bundle or generally locally free. White's module. The Tate construction is a complex. It's a two-periodic complex whose terms, which is formed by fifth tensor powers of my vector or locally free. Okay? So every term is, and the differential is, well, as I said, it's two-periodic. So in, so say this is degree 0, this is degree 1. So the differential is either 1 minus sigma, so sigma is, or it's n. So, so what is sigma? So this, the tensor power, the fifth tensor power of the vector bundle carries an action of the symmetric group in the SP, in particular the cyclic group of cyclic permittivity. And sigma is the generator, so it's the cyclic permittivity. So here n is equal to 1 plus sigma plus sigma d minus 1. That's the normal. And so this is the notation that I'm going to use. Cp will stand for the cyclic group of other p. And so the coefficients is so that's the definition. One very simple result is so this is a complex. It can complete its homology, which is which I'm going to denote by h hat Cp. So this is just the homology of this complex. This is the sheaf on X, and the claim is that in every degree, this group is this sheaf is canonically isomorphic to the Frobenius object of where. So this is the absolute Frobenius. Okay, and the map is it's not the map in this direction. So if I have say a section S of E over some open subset, so So I need to assign a cocycle to this complex, and my cocycle is going to be just a class of this tensor power of this. So it's another okay. So as you see, if I multiply s by a function, this gets multiplied by the big power of this function, so it gives a well-defined map for this range. And that's a nice thing. So
it was both for odd and even, Emma?
yes, yes. You know, yes. Okay. So that's a starting point. So of course I can. I want to. So this gives me a functor from locally 3OX modules to complexes, and I want to extend it to complexes in a nature way. So if I more generally, if I have any complex, a complex of say flat quasi-complex. OX modules, putting that down, then I will define its Tate complex to be, by definition, is total sum complex of the double complex formed by as before. So I take this unbounded complex, I take its fifth tensor power, it's a complex, I put it in columns, and here I also have horizontal differential, which is either 1 minus sigma or a norm. So that's how I would explain it. Okay. So so there are many ways to get a complex out of double complex. I could take the product, so make this choice. And here is the first result, which is easy but surprising, and this is what was discovered by Johnson. Then though it's slightly different language. This factor is first of all, it carries acyclic complexes to acyclic. And secondly, it's exact. Exact in the following sense. If I have any complex of I have three complexes, say E, V, and W. That's F, G, such that the composition is G is 0. And the total complex is acyclic. Then the same is true in particular, as a, it implies that my functor is edit. It's not at all obvious from this definition because it's built of polynomial functions, right? So in particular, T, Ct, E1, the canonical map. For any purposes to direct sum is an isomorphism. What is isomorphism?
What about infinite direct sums?
It's also true for infinite direct sums. The way I define this functor, it commutes with all sums, right? That's why, because it
So can you define this in a manifestly homocopy invariant way? Or do you have to give some general model first?
What do you mean?
I mean, you sort of construct them on flat resolutions and then show that some cyclics and cyclics and so on.
So,
Can you just give an intrinsic definition?
which works for complexes which are not flat? Or what?
I mean,
Maybe the question is, does it mean DG
Say it again?
is it a continuous
No.
DG function?
No.
But is it reachable spectrum?
Yes.
So you forget that it's a DG category, you just remember its state.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the.
So, another corollary is that this construction gives me a factor from the derived category, unbounded derived category of quasi-coherent sheets on X to itself. And this is a triangulated one.
But it's not K.
Well, what does it mean?
The whole Hom spaces are K vector spaces. It's because of the curvature.
Right. So if K is FP, then it's K linear. Otherwise, it's Frobenius linear. But this is a very so this is well.
In this first slide, the arrow is an isomorphism.
Yes, that's it.
I see
Quasi. So let me explain this point. Let me just explain. So this of course this corollary is really a corollary of this result, which is not difficult at all. But let me just make a comment on corollary 2. Proof of corollary 2, just to explain how it works. Okay, so I will give a proof which doesn't use the theorem at all. So, and I will, to save time, I will consider the case when P is 2. So the idea is very simple. You take E plus V to the fifth symmetric tensor square of this guy, and
It's called 2 or 1.
P is equal to
But corollary is equal to 2 or 1.
so, and you observe that this is you can decompose it as in 2 pieces. This is one piece. And another piece is E tensor V plus V tensor V. Okay? So then, in order to compute this guy, well, you see that this complex gets decomposed as direct sum of 2 complexes. Actually, well, this complex corresponding to the tensor square of E, the tensor square of E, plus this remaining part. And this remaining part is what you want to actually kill. You want to show that it's 0. Then it will, the corollary will follow. But the point here is that as a representation of the cyclic group of order P, of order 2 in this case, it's a free representation. And if you have any free module, then the complex built of this periodic complex with where the differential is n and 1 minus sigma, the complex that includes the Tate homology of the module is a cyclic. So if you take the Tate complex of this guy, it's going to be 0, and that's why the complex. So and there are many ways to prove this result. One is kind of define this observation. Another proof is based on this isomorphism, which shows that at least on the homology level, it's additive, right? So there's no polynomial function that's definitely linear. So how you can use it? Well, so another way to formulate this is this isomorphism here is by saying that on this complex you have a filtration, the canonical filtration, and the associated gradient with respect to this filtration is just the Frobenius Kuhn up to So it turns out that you can construct a filtration on this complex, or any, not necessarily just a single sheaf, but a complex of sheaves, with the same property. So this filtration was introduced by Kaledin, and so I know these two properties of it kind of explain one possible construction, sketch construction. So this is the filtration on the complex. It's a filtration on the functor actually by subfunctors. And here is the name. So tau stands for the canonical. And there is upper script which stands for décollé, and it comes from the Leeds construction of that we call filtration décollé. So you take sort of so that's a filtration by subcomplices. First, I want to state the key properties. If I notation, just let's consider tau let's define truncated Tate construction for any integers n and m. I define the truncated Tate construction to be the quotient of tau less or equal than n by tau less or equal n minus. And so key effect, key property, is that if I take the successive portions, that's Tn of Cp, its coefficients, is times the power, for any complex, that's going to be canonical isomorphic to the Frobenius Kuhn of my complex, shifted in by minus. Okay? So in the case when the complex is just a single shift, that's the canonical filtration. in general, what you want to do, you want to take this complex, you want to put the stupid filtration on this complex, rescale it by factor p, and then apply the Green's construction, filtration de collage, kind of glues two filtrations together, the canonical filtration and the stupid. But that's really the main problem. That's what you want to have. So I get a functor which is an extension of very simple functors. This is the Frobenius pullback. Okay? So that's immediately, just the existence of such filtration immediately implies that all these functors are exact, because extensions of exact functors is exact. And it doesn't quite prove that T itself is exact, but thanks to this roundness, this assumption, you can actually prove this.
For the thing, you need that filtration is exhaustive and
So you prove it for finite complexes first, for perfect complexes, and then you use smoothness.
it's exhaustive, but it's not complete.
Yes.
But it's not important.
For finite complexes, it's okay.
For finite, it's fine. Yeah,
Yes.
for-
But then you use the fact that it's compatible with.
I was telling you, yes. Okay.
Is that very tall?
Okay.
Is that very tall here, or is that just stupid filtration?
This is not the so this is the I didn't give the definition of this filtration. I just listed the properties. So it's obtained by applying the Green's construct filtration de Calais to the stupid filtration of these properties. And, so I will instead of writing Calais' definition down, I will explain sort of less canonical, but still probably more understandable definition of the filtration and maybe the complex itself. So it turns out that you can compute, because of this additivity property that I explained, because of this argument, it turns out that you can compute this functor by taking the p standard power termwise. So suppose I have a complex E0, E1, E2, and so on. Then one thing you can do, you can just take the p standard power and termwise. That's a very stupid thing to do, but still. So, and here you can put the norm map, and here 1 minus sigma, and so you get this infinite double complex, and it turns out that T Cp E dot the tensor power is quasi-isomorphic to the total complex gain, total sum complex of this time, right? So when you compute the p tensor power, there are many kind of cross terms, but they go away because of this, essentially because of the same argument. So and now if you use this model to compute this state revolution, the filtration, Calais' filtration, becomes just the canonical filtration with respect to this vertical differential. For example, tau less or equal than 0 is just obtained while you simply truncated this complex in degree 0 and replace the term degree 0 by invariance with respect to the symmetric. So you take the canonical filtration of the complex. Okay? So T is a canonical filtration. So the moral of this is that you have this very simple functors, and you somehow you take an extension, you get a triangulated functor, as I said, but didn't quite explain, is that these extensions are not really DG functors. They do not have real higher current. So, and I will give some explanations why. But first, I want to describe. So this has this is a filter functor. It has a bit of additional structure. So this is the second part of my talk. This is the connection on this So it turns out that for any complex E, this complex of OX modules carries a canonical connection in the following sense. Not that every term, of course, has a connection, although it is the case when it's built of rank 1 bundles. So maybe before I actually explain how the construction of this connection, let's again look at this isomorphism here, and more generally at this isomorphism. So I recall that for every vector bundle, and more generally ORX module, the Frobenius pullback carries a canonical connection in proof system. And so I want to show that the gluing also does. So and that is how one constructs it. So what do we have to do? So I have x, I have x times x, and I have and by x is square bracket 2. I denote the first infinitesimal neighborhood of the diagonal. So there are two projections here, P1 and P2. And so the diagonal is infinitesimal. And so what I want to produce is a quasi-isomorphism between the two pullbacks. So this works for quasi-isomorphisms, which is equal to the identity on the diagonal. So let's do this. So let's start with what's this is the IT extension. So I have this is a short exact sequence of sheaves of x times x. So I have the structure sheaf, I have the structure sheaf of the diagonal. And so I want to model it out by the square of the ideal of the diagonal. And then the kernel is going to be just the sheaf of differential force on the diagonal, which I consider as a sheaf on x times x. That's a short exact sequence of sheaves. So I can, for every ORX module, it gives rise to an extension of E by E entered with omega 1. That's called the AT extension. And given a connection on a sheaf amounts to splitting this short exact sequence. So the construction works for any complex, but to simplify notations, I assume that my E is a single sheaf. Otherwise, it would be short exact sequence. So, okay, so similarly, I have have E1 low star, upper star, C, C, D, and here I have C. Okay, so what we want to produce is a map like this. That's what we want. Given a connection is equivalent to given a splitting of the cell. Let's produce it. So let's consider the sheet. So it has a line shield filtration, and let's take its standard power. So I take E1 star, E2 upper star, and I take its P standard power, and I look at the filtration induced by this embedding, right? So that means that so I will call this term G0, and then I will have G1, G B, which is equal to E. That's the formula 1. To the fifth dozen. Okay. So the next term will be sum of P minus first for phase sheet tensor with this. So just the tensor power of this length. So, and now, so let's observe, there are two remarks. So first of all, I have a map from E1 star, E2 upper star, E to just by a jump, upper star, E, obvious map like this. And I want to know the first observation is that because this is a square zero thickening, this canonical error factors through the quotient by G2. It's equal to 0 on G2. And second remark is that the structure of this quotient is very simple. It receives, it has a map to E to the P standard power of E. And the kernel, so this is G0 modulo G1. And the kernel is G1 modulo G2, which is the P standard power of E, tensor with omega 1, and tensor with the free representation of the cyclic group C. There is action of CP everywhere. And so I have this short exact sequence. And now, so let's just look at this vector here and observe two things. So let's apply Tate homology, this Tate construction, to all four terms in this diagram. So then I get a map from TCP G0 modulo G2 to this tensor core V. And from here, I get a map to C, CD. Star V2 upper star V. Okay. So our goal is to reduce this arrow, but in fact this map is a quasi-isolate because this representation is free. Therefore, its state analogy vanishes. That's the key point of this. Okay? Zero things. And that's the connection. So, very good. Now, I don't know whether this connection is flat. In fact, I don't even know what it means for a connection in this sense to be flat. So we produced this quasi-isomer things here, and it satisfies the obvious co-cycle condition, but up to homology. So I don't know whether the category of such objects, for example, is equivalent to the derived category of D modules, but probably the answer is no.
So one thing to require would be that the realization of Hilbert for being the same.
I don't think
the same thing, but not the first thing, the Frobennius.
Is it really true that I don't think that a crystal has such a structure. A vector bundle is a connection. It doesn't have I don't think that it has a BT structure. The Frobennius neighborhood.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
Roma suggests that maybe even one could replace this construction, the second infinitesimal neighborhood, by the Frobennius neighborhood of the diagonal, or maybe by the PD completion of the diagonal. I don't think that first has any chances to work, and the second is, well, I don't know how to do this. And the problem is that it seems to me that kind of this cycle conditions up to homotopy gives you not the derived category of D modules, but something more complicated.
No, but don't you need to not just use the...
Sure, exactly. But still, I don't think that, I think you'll get an algebra whose associated graded is not the commutative algebra of functions on the Cartesian bundle, but rather some infinity, free infinity algebra. So I don't know this. But still, here is the result. So this construction of the connection is compatible with Alesian's equation, and so I get functors for every pairs of integers. This guys also require a connection, and so here is the result. Theorem. So I will compute this connection in the first non-trivial case. And even without connection, that's not quite obvious. So recall that this is an extension here. So this is negative or 0. As explained here, it's an extension of the Frobenius pullback of the by Frobenius pullback listed by them. Right? So, first of all, the claim is that for every vector bundle, there exists a canonical extension like this. Mistakes, right? And also it has a connection. So here is the answer. That's quasi-isomorphic to I alpha star, I rho star of the Frobenius pullback. And I'll explain the notation. So first I'll put this here. And here is also this. So I have this is a for every this has an integrable connection. The Frobenius pullback of every vector bundle of 4x module has an integrable connection. In fact, it's a crystal. We have p torsion. P torsion crystal. It's more or less the same. P torsion is equal to 0. So I have a derived category of p torsion crystals. That's equivalent to the derived category of D modules with the important P curvature. And on the other hand, I have the derived category of all crystals. If I give myself a lifting if I give myself a lifting of X over all the way over W over the weak factors, that's a formal scheme. Then, so this category is equivalent to the derived category of modules over D modules with the important P curvature. And this category is equivalent to the derived category of modules over this formal scheme with quasi-importance condition. And so there are two functors. One is the most obvious one, it's just the embedding, right? If I have P torsion crystal, in particular it's a crystal. And another one is the left adjoint. It's, when I write I alpha star, I really mean the derived. But I do not need any liftings to define these functors, right? So this is just very simple. So what you're supposed to do so if you happen to have a lifting, then you look at this this guy as a D module on X head. You resolve it by a complex of flat over Z ED modules, and then just cancel it with Z mod easy. So you get that's what's written here. So it doesn't split even as a complex of coherent sheaves. In fact, given the splitting of this guy as a complex of coherent sheaves is equivalent to given the lifting of this guy modulo P squared. So so it has it's a crystal here, so it's a D. So in this case, the connection is actually integral. And here is some corollaries of this. So again, so all these guys are very simple D modules. They have zero P curvature. It turns out that the P curvature of this is not equal to 0, but I will write down the formula, which is sort of a variant of the Katz P curvature formula. Namely, the P curvature of this connection on the next one 0 is the following. It is given by the idea class. So is the idea class. So the idea class is a map, canonical map for any complex. I have a map from E to E shifted, twisted by omega 1. Yes. Right? So, so what does it mean? So the peak curvature is on this guy. So this has zero peak curvature. This also has zero. So the peak curvature is really a map from this portion to this guy. And the peak curvature is flat. So it actually is used by a map from E to E shifted by 1 and twisted by omega 1. So this is this, right? So,
Can you say that again?
whenever you have an extension of two guys with zero peak curvature, the peak curvature here is a map from the quotient to the curve. And because it's flat with respect to the connection delta, it's actually a map from E to this E. That's what we see. Okay? So anyway, so for every vector bundle or a complex of vector bundles, you get a canonical class in the second de Rham cohomology of endomorphism of E, of the Frobenius full bag. So you get a canonical class in H de Rham of X with coefficients in endomorphisms of Frobenius full bag. So for every, this is a D module, so it makes sense to take the de Rham cohomology with coefficients in this D module and you get a class here, which is somehow a refinement of the idea class, because the idea class is the peak curvature. So, for example, if you take the trace of this, you get the second chair, the first chair class. If you take its trace of wedge 2 of this guy, you get the C2 and so on. So you get all char classes by applying the trace names. This construction.
But these are just chain classes, not P.
More char class one. Okay, so the last part of my talk is the crystalline lifting of this. So, as I explained, promised in the title, I want to reduce give even more structure to this. So, here is the theorem, which I want to formulate not in a so suppose I have a smooth variety X together with a lifting over X over W. So left. Then there exists a factor which I want to call T please. From the derived category of quasi-coherent sheets on X to the derived category of quasi-coherent sheaves on X such that, so maybe I should put it here, see this. So such that if I compose this function with I upper star, I get the usual Tate construction. Okay. And the second property is that if I, on the other hand, apply, if I consider the composition of if I start, on the other hand, with a complex of coherent sheaves on S hat, then first apply I upper star to get a complex of coherent sheaves, quasi-coherent sheaves on S. And then apply this function T quiz. Then this is the same as applying the Tate construction to this complex itself, where of course the tensor R is taken now over W, over the infinite. So these two properties are parallel to the properties of the crystalline homology. So it's a functor from varieties over Fp to the modulus that has precisely these two properties, right? So, and I will finish by explaining the construction, which is very simple. Yes.
Why did you get the effortless is not endomorphism?
Well, first of all, it wouldn't make sense because I need a demon to take the rank homology of something. I need.
Because E was just.
No, because
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is.
no, sure. It's clear.
Is this theorem somehow related to the existence of connection on T?
On what?
On data.
Yeah, it's related, and I will use the one that the connection. Well, so here's the construction. So I should have said that most applications by all these people, Schwartz and Klaus, of this Tate construction are in the case of algebras, not just the complexes of vector bundles. So the Tate complex of an algebra is again an algebra due to the multiplicative structure of the Tate homology. So I'm going to use the fact that this Tate construction is multiplicative with a less monoidal functor at the very end of this construction.
Lacks in the sense algebras to algebras.
Algebras to algebras. So there is a map, a product map on the
Yeah, but it's not the G algebra. Isn't G or P fused?
No, it's DG algebra.
G
Yeah. Not, okay. So so this can be made explicit by choosing another resolution, complete resolution for the trivial module over the final groups, which is not actually the standard resolution. So okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to produce this crystal instance. So I start with a category of coherent sheets 1x. Well, the most naive thing that I can do, I can apply functor I alpha star. I rho star. So imagine that we work with varieties. So suppose you want to invent this line chronology. So one possible approach would be the following. Take a variety over Fp, consider it as a scheme over Zp, and take its derived around homology. And in fact, it almost works, and it was discovered by Hutt. So that you can get crystalline homology just from this, with, you need to modify it a little bit. So first I want to do this, and then I want to apply the usual Tate construction. To get bonus.
So in just non-zero was assumed X units from.
Yeah, so I fixed it.
From the very beginning.
So,
But sorry, in the second derivative you take derived tensor power over W.
yes, over W. So I need to take a complex. I apply I rho star. I get, of course, a complex of modules which are not flat over W. Now I have to resolve it, replace it by a complex which is flat. Normalized. And then I apply this construction. So, in particular, that's not going to be the right answer yet. But in particular, so let's just apply it. Let's compute this in the simplest possible case. So I want to take the structure. That's computed for the structures. So I'm supposed to take the structure sheet on X, push it forward to X hat, take its P tensor power by first resolving, right? So what will we do? What will we get? We'll get C. So it's very easy to write down a resolution for this guy. It's just Cp or X hat, and here I have multiplication by. And now I'm supposed to take its P tensor power and take the Tate construction. But now I want to vary this symbol. I want to multiply it by it and use the connection. So I claim that the connection gives me an isomorphism between this and Cp OX hat goes to X hat. And here the zero. So if you have a vector bundle with a connection over a line, a fine line, it gives you an identification between the fibers over point P and over point 0. Right? Just an exponential map. So let's consider, so let's put T here, variable T, and consider it as a family, this connection, over a fine line. Then this is the fiber over point P, this is the fiber over point 0, and the connection gives me an isomorphism. And in particular, I get a map from this to this guy. So Cp OX hat P tensor power, which is of course do nothing. So all I need is the existence of this map. But it's not so easy because I'm of the existence of this map as a map of algebras. This is an algebra object. This is also an algebra object. So I want a map of algebras, homomorphism of algebras. And then my construction is very simple. So decrease of Cp E is, by definition, it's Cp of I rho star equal. I take the P tensor power, then I take the Tate construction, And then I tensor it with T Cp or x and T tensor power over C Cp I over x. Using this manifold, that's the construction. So in fact, a similar construction works for the crystalline homology. So if you take a variety over Fp and regard it as a variety over Zp, you can take its derived-Durand homology, which becomes a module over the derived-Durand homology of Fp over Zp. And the latter has a map to Zp. That's the most important point, is the construction of this map. And when you take the tensor product, you get the crystalline homology. So
When you go from P to 0, you said something about connection, but the connection doesn't go with the 0P direction, it goes only in the
yeah, but I mean, this is a family of, you can think of this as a complex of sheaves on X hat times A1. So what is this complex? It's the terms of this complex are just the structure sheaf on these guys, and the differential is multiplication by T.
But the connection was constructed in the question we used.
What?
The connection was constructed.
Yeah, but so that's perfectly true. But all I used is that homology of free module. Take homology of a free module is trivial. That's all I need. It works in any electricity. Mixed, well, of course, pure electricity zero. It's zero. Okay. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
So maybe I'm not very careful, but I have just first more linguistic question. Where do you go here? What do you want to do?
So you want to apply it to algebras, for example.
Yeah,
And then it turns out that various connections that appear in geometry or in algebra, like Gauss-Manning connection or connection on cyclic homology or topological function homology, can be recovered from this by applying sort of, for example, topological function homology, periodic function homology is a functor from algebras over Fp to Zp modules. One way to get this up to the Zp module would be first to take an algebra, take its state construction, take this crystalline lifting of the state construction, and apply certain functor to the complex of Zp modules. Also, for example, the Katz's formula, P-curvature formula, that appears in his old paper that relates the Cadeira-Spencer class with the P-curvature, can be derived from this example.
but precisely, this was what I had in mind. And in this article, the very important input is that you have a family,
Yes.
a geometric family.
Yes.
And consequently, the formula is derived from the comparison with the second, the tau fluctuation, the good fluctuation.
Yes.
Now, we do not know, and then his corollary is that the P-curvature construction is true for Gauss-Manning. But now, if we wanted to know whether the P-curvature is true for example, pairwise variation of exposures, defined as Z, then we would precisely need a corresponding formula which compares the P-curvature with something coming from the variation of exposure in the artistic P. I mean, the multi reduction of this variation of exposure. And this cannot be done because we don't have an ersatz, a substitute for the tau, the other fluctuation, the E2 spectroscopy. And do you think you can define here a fluctuation on the crystal, which is F is a crystal which is coming from this zero axis?
No, I'm not saying this. So I'm saying that if you start with an associative algebra or differential gradient associative algebra, then there is a Gauss-Manning connection on the cyclic model. That also has a filtration which has connection, and so the P curvature is related to the Spencer class of the family of algebras, and this is a corollary of this.
Okay.